Frau Fuchs, wie kann man den Sterben...
How can one help the dying one during this process of letting go, of departing this world? What can one actively do here as a hospice helper?
Das ist ein ganz wichtiger Aspekt.
This is quite an important aspect because these hours or days are very difficult for the dying, as they have to take their leave of everything, of all that was dear and valuable to them, and that is a difficult process. And they need great strength to die, which most people don't realize. And for this, they need tranquility. And we create this tranquility in the room, with beautiful surroundings, for example, beautiful music, lovely fragrances, and with subdued lighting. It's important to create this tranquility in order to make the departure easy for the dying person.
Das ist wichtig. Also dadurch erleichtert man dem Sterbenden seinen Abschied.
Are there things that perhaps we shouldn't do? That's to say, things which must absolutely be avoided.
Zum Beispiel sich selber, also
if one's a relative, for instance, it is his feelings. To focus on oneself at this time is, for example, a great mistake. For he must keep in mind that this process concerns only the person who's lying there and would like to depart. It concerns only him. And all those around him and wishing to hold him back, unable to let him go, it's as though they're signaling to the departed one, "I'm here, we're all here, and we won't leave you alone." These are nothing but stimuli which he can no longer have, nor does he wish to have.
Das sind lauter Aufregungen, die der gar nicht mehr haben kann und will.
Frau Fuchs, ich möchte gerne noch...
I'd very much like to come back once more to the family, the relatives. What kinds of mistake can be made here during this process, by being present in the chamber of death?
Yes, one simple example is that not everyone should be there at the same time. One should, for example, allow the departing one to choose who should be there and in what order. So it's not, now that we're all here, we must all stay here. And then one should keep them a little distant from the bed, because the patient should no longer be touched. Perhaps a hand could be held, but there should be no intimate contact anymore when the end definitely approaches. This causes excitement, which he can't have, because he absolutely needs, as an intrinsic part of dying, this complete self-preoccupation to take his leave, to let go. And for this, he needs his entire strength.
Does that mean, above all, he must be calm?
Yes, he must be allowed to be with his inner emotions quite calmly and for himself. It calms him when someone is there, as he would certainly not like to be alone, but the person should only be company, just be there. So the importance of my role is this. I am there should he need something. When his eyes seek me, and I nod, I'm here. So if there should be anything, I'm here. And that's enough for him. But he needs this self-preoccupation to take his leave.
Die braucht zum Abschied nehmen.
Können Sie uns etwas sagen über...
Can you tell us something about the experiences of someone dying? What does he experience in these last moments? What moves him? Or does this differ very much? Are there very different stories and experiences?
Sehr unterschiedlich, ja.
Very different, yes, each according to his nature and how he regards death, from a wondrously beautiful experience to one of cramps and cries of pain. Though I've not yet witnessed the latter, I have to confess that I've only ever heard about it. I've only experienced the beautiful. The most important thing I've experienced while keeping the dying company is that with all of them, their senses open for the next plane of existence. That means that they always see into the beyond. They see people in their room standing by their bed whom they previously or normally wouldn't have seen, and whom I can't see either.
Sie sehen Personen in ihrem Zimmer an ihrem Bett stehen, die sie vorher und normalerweise nicht sehen, die auch ich nicht sehen kann.
How can one become a hospice helper? Is proper training needed? Does it mean going to school, or do you just register somewhere? What's the procedure?
It's quite a short initial training course, practically oriented. Care. How can I make a patient comfortable? How can I lift him without both of us falling? Can I give him a drink? How do I do that?
Ohne dass wir beide zusammenbrechen. Darf ich ihm was zu trinken geben? Wie mache ich das?
Thus, quite practical.
Quite practical. That's the first part. The second part is a psychological one. It's a training seminar. There you have good people, the hospice movement, who are very well schooled in psychology, and it's there that we practice, without much discussion, what we spoke about earlier. The trainee hospice helpers are taken to their limits. In the course of a single day's seminar, they're confronted with situations which anyone has experienced at one time or the other who has seen or been in the company of someone dying, and then they're astonished at everything that's now behind them. How many tears remain unshed? You will understand that this has to happen beforehand if one is to remain calm.
Und das muss vorher passieren, verstehen Sie? Damit ich dann ruhig bleiben.
I think this is a wonderful picture to end with. Many thanks for this conversation, Mrs. Fuchs.